Welcome to the introductory video on the concept of Markdown. What is Markdown? Markdown is a simple way to format text that looks great on any device. It is widely used in documentation, README files, and content management system (CMS). By the end of this video, you have a solid understanding of Markdown and how to create clear, structured, and reproducible documents. We will explore the basics of Markdown syntax and how to format text effectively with headings, lists, emphasis, and how to incorporate images, links, and tables seamlessly into your document. You also learn practical techniques like previewing Markdown documents, exporting them into other formats, and organizing your content logically to improve readability and maintainability. I will guide you through a hands-on workflow that includes writing Markdown from scratch, structuring content for clarity, embedding media, and applying best practices for clean and professional documentation. With these skills, you'll be well equipped to create reproducible, high quality documents and collaborate effectively with your teams. Markdown is an easy way for non-coder to write in a format that could be easily converted into HTML. It's a plain text formatting syntax used to write content on the web, and it doesn't do anything fancy like changing the font size, color, or type. It's just the essentials using your keyboard symbols that you already know. You can use Markdown to make section headings, create lists, number list or unnumbered list, embed links, images, or even create block codes. You can even use Markdown to create LaTeX equations, italicize text, or bold text. And in fact, you can use Markdown to create superscript, subscript, or you can even use Markdown to construct a table or create a footnote in your document. Now let's see how to create some of these with Markdown syntax. To create a section heading, you will use an hashtag sign. The number of hashtag symbol you use indicate the levels of your headings. For example, using one hashtag, we create heading 1. Using double hashtag, we create heading 2. And if you increase the hashtag, it will continue creating other level of heading for your document. To create a bold text, italicized text, or create bold italicized text, you will use an asterisk sign. To create a bold text, you will use double star. As you can see, double star in the beginning and double star at the end of the text, and that will give you a bold text. And to italicize your text, you use only single star. In this case, as you can see, for italicized text, it will just be one star at the beginning and at the end. And to create the combination of bold and italic, then you will use 3 stars. For example, this one will give us bold italicized text. You can also use Markdown to create superscript, subscript, or strike through. To create a superscript, you use caret sign. And to create a subscript, you use tilde sign. And to create a strike through, you will use double tilde sign. For example, this will create superscript, and this will create subscript, and this will create a strike through for your text. You can also use Markdown to create a list. A list could be ordered or unordered. To create ordered list, you use a numbering style. For example, this will give us ordered list. And to create unordered list, you can use the hyphen sign or use the star sign. For me, I like to use this hyphen sign to create unordered list, which we call bullet points. You can also use Markdown to embed a link in a text. To embed a link in a text, you use this style. For example, the text you want to embed a link is what will be in this square bracket, and the link that you want to hyperlink to the text is what will be in this square bracket. If you do that, what will show is something like this. As you can see, here is saying Koto, and if you click on this text, it will direct you to the Koto website. But if you just want to create a link, right, you just use this sign, and that will be less than and greater than, and that will just create a link that anybody can click. You can also embed image with Markdown. For example, to embed image in your document and you want that image to have a caption, then you will do it in this way. You use a colon, and then you use a square bracket, the caption for that image is what will be in this square bracket, and the image itself, the path to the image, is what will be in this parentheses, and that will give you something like this. Whenever you are embedding an image, make sure that you are referring to the document using this part. You can also embed an image without a caption. In this case, you use a colon, and then in the square bracket you will not put anything there, and then the path to the file, then you have something like this. As you can see, this does not have any caption, and that is how to do it. In fact, you can also embed an image on the web, and this is how you will do it. The same syntax that we have used before. So this will be colon, the cap. If you want that image to have a caption, then the caption will be in the square bracket, and the link to that image is what will be in the parentheses. And when you render this, you will see that image on the web showing on your document. And if you don't want that image to have a caption, then you will not put anything in the square bracket. And when you render it, you will see the image on the website rendered on your document. You can also use Markdown to create a code blocks. What is a code block? A code block is just like a syntax that separates a text from a code. And to create a block of code, which we call source code, then you will use triple backsticks. And this is how you can do it. For example, if it's an inline code, you will just say backstick from the beginning, backstick to the end of that code, and this will show it as this. And if it's just a source code, then you use triple backsticks. As you can see, I have triple backstick here at the beginning of the source code and triple backstick at the end of the source code, and that gives me this. All the codes are highlighted. To create a block code, you will use a greater than symbol. For example, here I'm saying this is a block code, and when I render it, it will come like this. And if the block code takes more than one paragraph, then for every paragraph you will put a greater than sign, and that will render it as block code, so that everything can be as block code. You can also use Markdown to construct a table in your document, and in fact it's very simple. For header row, each column name is wrapped with a pipe. For example, here is a column and we wrap it with a pipe. As you can see, here we have 3 columns and we must have 4 pipes. As you can see, this is to show this for this, and this for this. And separator row, we must have at least 3 hyphens under each header, also wrapped with a pipe. For example, for separator row, you can have at least 3 hyphens. Here, under the name, I can put 3 hyphens here instead of having many hyphens. Markdown, once it can see at least 3 hyphens, it will see that place as separator row. Then for data rows, you will use the same pipe separated format as the header, as you can see, just like you have done for the other columns. So for every row here, for example, this is the first row, this is the second row, and this is the third row. For ISIC row, you have a pipe here, pipe here, pipe here, pipe here. And for the Bob row, you will have pipe here, pipe here, pipe here, pipe here. And for the Joyce row, you have pipe here, pipe here, pipe here, pipe here. If you can render this, then you will get this table. And you can also control the text alignment with colon in the separator row. For example, I have the colon here. This colon is showing that the name column, all the data there should be left highlighted. This one is showing that for the age column, the text there should be centered. For the score column, this one here is showing that for the score column, the text there should be right highlighted. And that is why we have it in this case. If you don't want any text alignment, then you don't need to put any colon here. By default, Markdown will do it by itself. But if you want to make it in a better way that you want, then you can also control the text alignment. Remember, for this one, at the beginning of this hyphen, then this column will mean that the name column will be left highlighted. If you have double colon here, the beginning and at the end, this text here will be centered. And then for the score column, because we have it at the end of this place, then the text here will be at the right alignment. You can also use a markdown to create horizontal rule. For example, if you use three hyphens, it will construct a straight horizontal line across the line of your document. You can also use markdown to create a footnote in your document. And to create a footnote in your document, you will go to where you want the footnote to appear. For example, let's say I want the footnote to appear after this text. Then you will create a square bracket. Under that square bracket, you will insert a caret symbol. Let's say you want to have 5 footnotes in your document. And if this is your first footnote, then you will put 1 here. And then you will now come at the end of the text. Then you will now put the statement for that footnote. For example, I just copied this and I brought it here and I put a colon, and the text for my footnote I will put it here. So when I render it, then I will have something like this. As you can see, RStudio is divided into 4 main panes. And now this is my footnote. And if I click here, it will take me to this place to see what the footnote is talking about. And here, as you can see the RStudio user guide at this. And that is how footnote can be rendered using Markdown. Now let's see how to use Markdown to create an equation using LaTeX symbol. For example, to create an inline math, you will use single $sign. And for display math, you will use double $sign. For example, let's use Einstein mass energy equivalence equation to see how we can use both $sign and double $sign for rendering our equation. For the inline math, if I just use $sign, that will make the equation to appear within a line of text, as you can see it here. And if I use double $sign at the beginning of the equation and at the end of the equation, that will make the equation to appear on its own line, center, and this is more prominent in different mathematical documents. Now is the time for laboratory section. In this laboratory, I will guide you through a hands-on workflow that include writing Markdown. Now, let's visit this website, https://commonmark.org/help. Before we move into the laboratory section, let's quickly highlight what you have seen so far in Markdown. For example, to create italicized text, you will use a single asterisk sign. This will give you italicized text. And in fact, you can also use this one by using underscore, and that will give you the same italicized text. And to create a bold text, you will use double asterisk sign, and that will give you bolded text, or use double underscore sign, and that will also give you the same bold text. And for the heading, so you can use single hashtag to create first heading, the same way second heading, and so on. And to embed a link in your text, then you will do it in this way. As you can see, that will give you this. And in fact, if you want to embed an image, then you will do it in this way, and that will give you the same image. Remember, the image could be on your local directory or it could be on the web, and you know how to do that already. Remember to also create a block code. This is how you will do it, and that will give you a block code. And to create both number and unnumbered list, you will do it in this way. Remember, I prefer to use this hyphen to create my unordered list. And to create other list, this is how you will do it. Remember, for the horizontal rule, you will just use 3 hyphens, and that will give you this. And then for the inline code, this is how you will do it. You will use a backtick, and that will give you this. And for the block code, you use 3 backticks, and that will give you what you have here. Now is the time. Let us practice everything that you have learned by visiting this. So it's loading, and then we begin the lesson. I will be asking us some questions with Markdown, and we answer it together accordingly. Let's begin. So now we have this. First here is reminding us on how we can use emphasis, to create bold or italic for our text. Now this one is just warming up that to create emphasis for our text, we can use a bold text or italicized text, and we can do that by using a single asterisk or double asterisk. To create a bold text, we use double asterisk sign, and to create italicized text, we use single asterisk sign. So let's begin our demonstration. Now here is asking us to make the word America oxygen and make it bold. Remember to do that, we will come here and put double asterisk sign, America oxygen. So we just bold it here, and then the render text will show up here. As you can see, we got it. Now the next question, we just click on the next exercise, and then it's saying that we should make the word 6 italic. In this case, we come here, and for italic, as you know, it will be a single asterisk. So if we do this, we will get it. But remember that if we also do like this, we will not get it. As you can see, we didn't get it. So don't forget, when you are creating italicized text, the asterisk should not have a space except it has more than one word. So I just remove my empty space, and then I have my answer. So let's see the next exercise. So here it's telling us that we should make the whole sentence bold and italicize the word must. In this case, I will come over here, I will make everything bold, the whole sentence bold, and then I will italicize the word must. In this case, I would like to use the single asterisk for this. Did I get it? Great, good job. So let's see another exercise. In this case, it's asking me to change the last line so the asterisk is visible. The last line. Change the last line so the asterisk is visible. So in this case, the last line is this. Change the last line so the asterisk is visible. Is it this? Change the last line so the star is visible. Okay, can I use this? I didn't get it, so let's see the hint. Oh, okay. So it's trying to ignore this star asterisk sign. Remember the asterisk sign for this one, we make it to have another list, and it's trying to say that it doesn't want another list, but just that star should be visible. In this case, we can ignore, and this is how to ignore a text. Remember, to ignore, you just use this. Now let's see the next paragraph. Okay, here we'll be working with paragraph. So let's continue. So here is asking us to organize the following two sentences into two paragraphs. So the two paragraphs, so here is the first sentence. Okay, and that's how to do it. So just like we separate the two sentences and make it to have two paragraphs. Remember, you just put double, you press enter 2 times, and that will give you this. So let's see the next exercise. Here it's asking us to format this poem so the preview shows the 4 lines ending exactly as shown, not together. Okay, format this poem so the preview shows the 4 lines ending exactly as shown, not running together. Format this poem so the preview shows 4 lines ending exactly as shown, not running together. Let's reset it. Oh, okay. Remember, you can just ignore it like this, and then like this, and that will give us what they are asking for. I always use this one when I want to have like a line, like a space before the next sentence or next word, and that is how you can do it. So let's see how to work with heading. Remember, to create heading section or section heading, you will use hashtag sign. So let's try it. Here it's saying that we should make each chapter a level 2 heading. So remember, level 2 heading, we have two hashtag. So in this case, I will say hashtag space and another hashtag space, and that gives us that. Great. Now let's see the next exercise. Let's read it. Make the first line a level 1 header and the line beginning with life and you level 2 headers. So remember, the first line, this one, a level 1 header, that will be one header, and the lines begin with life and you level 2 headers. Life and you. This one is, so this one will now be level 2 header and you will be level 2 header. Okay, please, when we get to the contour, right, I will not want to do it in this way. For contour, this is how you will do it. So make sure that you press enter here, enter here, enter here, and in fact enter here, even here enter, and that will format very well on contour. But with Markdown, Markdown knows that after this is another thing. So let's just reset it and let's do it. This one, first header space and live, two hashtag for level 2 headers, and this one level 2 header. So then we got it. Remember the last time. Now let's see how we can work with block quotes, and let's try it. Make this quote a proper block quote. Be sure to remove this quotation that they have here. Okay, the quote. Let's see how to create that quote. Remember, for a quote, right, we come, just press enter, we put this greater than sign here and remove this, and then let's see if we get it. Do we get it? Make this a proper quote. Be sure to remove this one. I think we have done it. It actually, oh, okay, let's see. Okay, we should get it like this. Do we get it? We should get it, but we don't know why. See that we need to put something like this here. As you can see, it rendered very well, but we don't know whether there's a particular space or not that is disturbing the work. Let's see. Okay. So what is the problem here? Make this code a proper block quote. Be sure to remove the, okay, let's see. Let's reset it. Okay, so this one, let's do this, and then let's remove this. Let's remove this. Did it work? It doesn't work. So let's press enter here. Okay, and then this one, let's do like this, and then, oh, good, fantastic, we got it. Okay, we got it. So that is how to do. Let's reset it and let's do it again. In this case, we will come over here, remove this, press enter since it is a quote, and then we create a block code by using greater than sign, and then press a space, and then we come over here, remove this, press enter, and then as you can see, it's not showing here. You can press enter again, and that did the work, as you can see. Now let's move to another exercise. In this case, it's asking us to format this code as one language block. Remember, I showed you in the slide. In this case, what I will do now is to come over here, press a greater than sign, and then press a space, and then come over here again, greater than sign, a space, as you can see. But because this one is coming as a double quote, in this case, I will just come over here and remove this place so that it can come together. Is it coming together? Let's see. Okay, I can actually press another greater than sign, and that gives us the right answer. So now let's move into creating a list. Let's try it. So this one is asking us to make this an order list. And how to do that is to remember, I like using this this sign, the hyphen sign. I like it so much. So as you can see, I got it. And if you are the one, you can also use the asterisk sign. The same thing will do the work. As you can see, it does the work. So let's move on to the next exercise. Now let's see how to create order list by solving this exercise. This one is asking us to make this into an order list. Remember, this one is having a colon. That means that the order of the list will start from this second sentence. In this case, I can have it like this: 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see we get it. Another way I think we can do it is to do it in this format. So you can just say 1, this one too, you press 1, this one you press 1, this one you also press 1, and that will do the work. This format is good when you have when you have a longer list and you don't want to make any mistake. So Markdown will correct itself whenever I seeing this. So you see this one as 1, this as 2, this as 3, and this as 4. Now let's see another exercise in this case. So here now is asking us that we don't want a list here. Please fix it. Remember that we are having a number here and we are having a dot. So automatically this one will see it as ordered list. That is why it started this sentence as this. But to fix this, what we do now is to escape this dot, and that will do the work. Oh, great. Now let's see another exercise. Here we will see how to create a link. Now let's try it. URLs may not become links in Markdown until enclosed in this and this. Turn this URL into a link. Remember that when you have this, so automatically it is not a link that you can easily click. Markdown will see it as just normal text. And to make it a link, what we just do is to wrap it with less than at the beginning and greater than at the end, and that will do the work. As you can see, it is now a link and you can easily click on it. Another exercise is this: link University of Rwanda to www.ur.ac.rw with an inline link. So what we do now is to come over here to the University of Rwanda, and then so we just put something like this, University of Rwanda, and then you just put a bracket here, and then let's copy this guy. So by default, this one is not taking you to anywhere. So just come here and press this, and that will do the work. As you can see, we got it. So let's move on to another exercise. In this exercise, we are asked to link both of the words hurricane to the Wikipedia entry at this website. So first, let's copy this link. So I will copy this link. I copy it like this. And then I will come to the first hurricane and then put a link there. So here, I just come over here, do this. And the second one too, hurricane is appearing here as well. Hurricane is appearing here. I come here too, and then I will paste it as this, and then I got it. Now let's see how to also embed an image. So let's come over here to try it. So it's asking us to make this image appear. No need for any alt text or title. Leave those blank. Okay. Okay, as an image. So what we just do is we come over here as this, and then we do this color. We do this. We put exclamation mark here, and for this we do this, and that should do the work. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. No, it's like remember, it's this and then this. Then we come over here and then we put this one here. So that gives us the embedded image that is on the website. It's just like a markdown image. Now let's see another exercise. In this exercise, it's asking us to add alt text of logo and the title of Creative Commons license to the image. So basically, it's asking us to add alt text into this logo, and this is how we do it. First, we come over here and add logo, and then after this link, we just come here, press enter, and then we just put this one as the alt text. In this case, I can even type it. I'll just say Creative Commons license, put it over here, and then that will give us the alt text. As you can see, we got it. Now if you look at this image, for example, if you hover around it, you can see that alt text. So this alt text is useful for those people that are using a screen reader or visually impaired. So it will help them to understand what the image is all about. Now let's see another exercise. In this case, we'll be working with code, and let's see how to do that. So the exercise is asking format only the math in this sentence as inline code. As you can see, the math. So this math, you can just do it like this, press this, and then this and this. That will give us the answer, as you can see. So we are using the backstick so that I can identify this one as not a text but a code. So let's see another exercise. In this case, it's asking us to format the score table as an indented code block. So in this case, remember to create a code block, we are going to use 3 backstick. So in this case, I will come here, 3 backstick. It doesn't even allow me to finish it. So it will be here, and it also here as well. So that will give us the code block. So now let's move on to the next exercise. In this case, it's asking us to format this code using code first method. So here, I'll just do like this, right, and then come over here, do like this. I think I should get it. Good, I got it. Another exercise is all about nested list. So let's see what nested list is all about. Let's read it. To nest one list within another, indent each item in the sub list by 4 spaces. That means that to create a sub list under a list, then you use 4 spaces to create that sub list. You can also nest other elements like paragraphs, block code, or code blocks. So let's see how to do it. This one is asking us to convert the items under fruit and dairy into a sub list. Now let's see how to do that. So first, let's come to the apple, and we can press either 4 spaces or 2 spaces. But it is important that we are consistent with the number of spaces, and also it depends on the render. So if the render accepts 4, we should use 4, and if it doesn't accept 4, then we should use 2 spaces. So let's try it with this one. First, let's use the default one, which is 4. In this case, I will just press 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to banana. 1, 2, 3, 4. And come to milk. 1, 2, 3, 4. And cheese. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, we got it. So now let's refresh, and let's come again. Let's use 2 spaces. So in this case, I will just press 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. As you can see, both works. And in fact, you can use 3 methods to create a sublist. The first one is 2 spaces, second one is 4 spaces, and the third one is by using a tab. So you just press tab on your keyboard, and that will do the work for you. Now let's see the next exercise. In this case, it's asking us to make the countries into the ordered sublist. So for example, in the World Cup 2014, so here Germany, Argentina, and Netherlands, we should make it ordered sublist. And in this case, remember, you can just say 1, 2, and then let's press this like this, and then this 1 2 I'm using two spaces, and then for the Netherlands I'm using the same way, that is this, and I have this. And for the Rugby World Cup 2015, so let's also do the other list for that one too. In this case, I will come here to New Zealand, press two spaces 1 2, and create a number list or other list. Here too, I will come here, press 2 here, and for the South Africa, I will come here and press 3, and then I should get it. Great, you can see that I got it. If you look at it now, we have a list and sub list. Here is the list. As you can see, they use plus here. If you like, you can come here and put hyphen there. This one too, and you can also come here and put hyphen there. That will do the work. Or you can also come here and put asterisk sign here, the same way. This one too, asterisk sign, and that will also create a bullet or another list. And under sub list, we now have ordered list. Now let's see what this exercise is all about. The content under each number list isn't nested properly. Please fix it. So our task is to fix all the nested lists that are not showing properly. So now let's see how to do that. Here we just press 4 spaces 1 2 3 4. This one too 1 2 3 4. Here 1 2 3 4. This is done. As you can see, here is a number list, but this one is a paragraph and it is not showing clearly. So let's just press 4 spaces too 1 2 3 4. As you can see, that does the work. The same thing here for this one 1 2 3 4. Then for this block code too, you can just press the same 4 spaces 1 2 3 4. And for this one, bon appetit is a French word. Then just come here 1 2 3 4, and you can see now we have done it. So let's see the next exercise. Oh great, we are done. As you can see, you have learned all the Markdown essentials, and it's telling you to go forth and write beautiful text. Your assignment for this video is to revisit this link and redo the exercise. If you don't get it, click on the hint so that you can learn from it. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Bye.